distant. No, that's loud. No, or is that loud? I don't know which is loud. Am I loud?
Is it too loud?
Is it too brown? It's never too brown.
Is the note too brown?
No, the note can't be too brown.
Well, then let's do it.
If everyone...
And now, here's the Shtee with Tense and Splat.
Every time. You're like, let's get into this. Ugh.
I know you like it. I know you like it quick when it gets right in there. And
I have a good one, actually.
Deep issues, deep in there. Yeah.
No, so somehow ping pong came up the other day. And I was talking to a couple girls, and they were, talking about how
they were interested in pang.
They were like, they down for ping pong, and I was like, oh, you don't even know. I was like, oh,
nice.
No, we play extreme, and I, it gets serious. Like, it's like two dudes standing real far away from the table.
Yeah, Olympic style.
And I'm like, you're just slamming it back and forth. And without a beat, this chick goes, so you're just two dudes standing across the table, slamming it back and forth.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
It's always good when someone gets in on one.
I was
you know
like,
what I mean?
I was like,
you need that in your day.
I was like,
helps.
fair enough.
It helps you get through.
There was no defense. There was no, oh, no, I didn't say or do that. No, it was totally okay.
Did you try to do it? Do you guys have a table?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the next step.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
No, I don't think this chick lives here. She thinks she was passing through.
Okay.
She heard it was a hip town.
Well, Forbes thinks it is.
No.
Apparently.
Wait, so Forbes thinks what?
Forbes puts it over like as #1 hipsterest place in the world or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
and I think New York was pissed because some part of Brooklyn got knocked
Bushwick,
down.
I think is what they call it.
It's obviously not real. Cool. Hey, you know what?
It's that place where Bushwick
Brooklyn,
Bill lives.
You can have the title.
Chelsea.
Yeah. Exactly.
Shart with a capital A.
Yeah, Halloween time, it's always interesting. I've noticed it gives you a little insight into how our economy works.
What, a fear-based economy?
Well, no, it's like candy's like,
It really is fear-based,
it's
if
like,
you think about it.
It's like $5 a bag of candy. A day later, it's 50 cents for that same bag of candy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, and then it goes back up. Then candy gets really expensive
it takes
again.
A while.
It gets ridiculous. You ever try to buy a bag of Reese's Pieces in June? It's like $8. It makes no fucking sense.
But they bought too much. They had too much Reese's Pieces.
Well, I think this shit will keep for 4 millenniums. There's no reason for that.
Yeah, I hear that.
It is a fear-based economy, though. Halloween does prove that.
Oh, so
it's okay to scare the living shit. Something that would be considered a fucking felony all other days is totally cool. Like, you can be like, oh, it was a weird prank we did with the zombie horror to grandma. Like,
I think that we're lucky, though. I think that we don't get as much of that as places where people are more bored or something.
What, as much of the most insane
trick,
shit?
The
trick instead of the treat?
Yeah, it's around here. It seems pretty mellow.
I don't know.
The kids are kind of hyped up, though. We went out on the...
oh, yeah, what was that like? That must have been trippy. Because I don't...
I don't know if I can talk about all this, but
well, you can talk about it in a you win at...
It was cool.
Well, you don't have to talk about... just don't mention the fact that you were following kids and you don't actually have a kid.
Well, no, it's like we do.
Just leave that out.
I came up with this bad idea this year.
Be a dad,
I had
quote unquote.
This year, I hit the kid up and I said, are any of your kids, are any of your friends going trick-or-treat? Maybe you want to hook up with them while we're out there, right? And,
okay.
Well, this led into now we got to meet up with the friends beforehand.
Oh, no. And now you're with the parents.
Okay.
And there's all kinds of plans. They have ideas.
They show up.
Really good ideas, I'm sure.
They show up. The one dude's got hella candy already. He's got 2 big bags of candy. One of the kids and the parent. I'm like,
where did he get the candy?
Great.
Oh, he went
trick-or-treating on the way over.
Trick-or-treating.
So now trick-or-treating is not going to be high on the list of what's happening.
For him?
Right.
Well, fuck him.
Because he already has it.
Fuck that kid.
But the kid kid hasn't gone trick-or-treating yet, right?
So he wants to get the
candy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we head out, and as we're walking, we get around the corner, And one of the dads of the kids we're with, he said something like, it looked like his phone was running out of battery. He's like, yeah, I need to charge up or something. Like, can I just leave the kid with you? I'll be right back or something. I'm going to jet out and do the thing. And it's
awesome opportunity.
It's like, whoa, what?
That's where you get to play the trick.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Tommy, you go hide for a week behind this shed.
Okay, so whatever. We're like, okay, we'll meet up with you later on. Dad jets out. We come around another corner. All of a sudden, his kid is making a beeline for the fucking street, man.
Oh, like he's gonna.
He hops off. He hops off the sidewalk. He's going in the street, and I swear to God,
how old is this kid?
I look at this kid. He's got to be my kid's age,
yeah, like
so
9,
10, right? I see the look in this kid's face. He literally looked like Fox and Friends style. It was like this
two goat turds in a
smile with a 50-yard stare attached to it,
exactly.
and he's like looking out across the street. Now,
dumb
meanwhile,
happy.
This zone that we're going through, all the cars, they're blocked from going to where we're at. But right where we're walking up to it, they're all trying to cruise through and shit. And this kid's rocking straight out in the street.
Well, he did have Velcro reflective gear attached to his
he had
Bumblebee
like
outfit. What was he dressed as?
I don't know, like
a zombie.
A black cloak or something. Totally.
I'm a Sith.
Make it so you can't see him.
I'm a motherfucking Sith.
So it proceeded on like that.
Did he get a razor blade and an apple?
He didn't.
Did anybody give out an apple?
I don't think that ever happened.
Yeah, that never
I think
happened.
That they've determined that it was all fake.
Because no one's
right?
ever given out a
That's
fucking apple. Like, no one's ever had an apple. That's the most bunk bullshit
I got
you
one
could ever
when I was
get.
a kid.
An
once.
apple from
an
old Jew? Like, he's like, here's an apple.
I don't think it was a Jew, but it was an older person.
Can never be sure.
It's like, you remember pennies?
Yeah, of course.
Pennies.
Motherfucker said pennies. That's some Zodi's era shit.
No, like you go trick or treating and they give you pennies.
Oh no, I thought you meant the J.C. Penney.
You know what I mean?
I was shopping there.
They give you pennies. Like, what am I gonna do with this? Even in the 70s, you were like, "What am I gonna do?"
I never got a penny.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, I got pennies before.
You went to the worst neighborhood.
Well, yeah.
Where were you? Miami Beach?
Well, no. First it was in Pennsylvania. Out here, let's see, where would I go when I was a kid? We probably went around just our neighborhood, which was, pretty sad luck if you're gonna get anything.
Well, I haven't dressed up in years, and I think the reason is because
or something was.
I don't think my outfit ideas would work out. I had an idea of taking a refrigerator box and like painting it white and turning into a white van that you could wear.
Oh yeah.
And then put like windows.
A grape van?
Yeah, it's a grape van, right? And then put like handprints in the windows of it.
Yeah.
And maybe have like a door closed with like, stuffed animals' legs hanging out the back or something like that. And then you just follow the kids like about like a distance of 30 feet. You don't really trick or treat.
There were a couple of people that had just a box on.
Just a box?
Yeah, there was like a box.
I like the way
legs.
you deflated that entire comment. You were like, good job. Great job. For the diplomat. It's like, all right, we're going to keep going.
They did. They were just boxes with legs.
I'm just saying it'd be a good zing for... The night is about zing, so you zing the zing. Why not do something inappropriate?
Did you ever used to go down to Hollywood?
On Halloween?
Yeah.
No.
And it was like insane. They'd lock up the streets. There'd be like cops on horses.
Walking down Hollywood
Yeah,
Boulevard
and just like all these people with masks. You don't know what their intentions are.
I think they call that West Hollywood now, right?
Well, I think that's a little...
It's the same thing.
That's got an extra spice to it.
Hi, my name is Spice.
Some cayenne in there.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Can't wash that off. I mean, you can, but...
You can try.
It stays with you. It just stays with you. That was dope. I turned Halloween into a West Hollywood butt sex festival in 5 seconds.
I don't think that you're the only one who's done that. I think that might happen a lot.
Yeah. I think the delivery was as disturbing as the statement. I think there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember Halloween like that. Fuck Halloween. Fuck all those fucking... you know what? Fuck all of your stupid fucking holidays. I hate them all. It's so weird. To dress up on this day, you can do this. Everyone agrees. It's cool. No, not the next day. Then you're a weirdo. What kind of weird shit is that? Well, Thanksgiving, it's cool to eat a lot and drink a lot and hang out with your family. Fuck them the rest of the year. Do not talk to them. But see that weird cousin that you don't really like? See him on the November 20th flurf. Fuck that. I hate all that shit. It's so arbitrary, and like somebody picked these weird things that you're supposed to do.
Well, not only that,
on
but
specific
like,
days.
Well, but look at it this year. Like,
Just do
you
it.
have
Just-
Halloween. It falls on a Wednesday, so everybody Friday, Saturday.
Oh, so retarded.
It's like you celebrate
so
the
dumb
day on a
that you can
different
get away
day.
with it. Like, you dumbasses. Oh, and then there's people that were like at work today that were like, I'm so hungover. And it's like, yeah, you celebrated the day on the day it was supposed to be celebrated on, even though you knew it would ruin the next day. Like, you dumb motherfucker.
Well, we just want
Like,
more days. If you could do it Friday, Saturday, and
But,
then
like, why not just-
Sunday, maybe even, and Wednesday, then you have like 5 party days.
It's just weird that it has to be a day that like everyone picks and they're like,
Well, they have to spread them out over the year so that some work gets done.
Who, the slave masters? What the fuck is this? It's like a bad
Right. Yeah,
Logan's Run
exactly.
movie or something.
The lawmakers.
I hate that shit. You will have cake on Tuesday, but pie day is Thursday. Oh my God, he's having cake on Thursday. Like, it's no.
You can run against the grain. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, but then
You're allowed
it's
to.
like, oh, he doesn't. He never wants to go out with the coworkers for drinks. He doesn't want to go for dress up for Halloween, dude. I had a fucking manager send out an email today that was like, please, by end of business day, send an email with who you thought had the best costume.
Were there any good
It was
costumes?
fucking working, dude. There was no fucking good No, the tranny dude dressed like a girl, shock. The dude that's in the closet dressed like a girl, shock. There were a couple dudes dressed like Batman, and like, it was just really bad. Like, nobody, like,
Did they get together in the closet?
Motherfucker came as a pirate with like, he went to a full costume store and got like
that's
a
amazing.
weird pirate outfit,
How much does that cost?
and he walked around going, har, the whole, it was 5
Was he
o'clock.
like a manager? Or was he?
No, he's a cool dude, but I still wanted to punch him in the box.
I was gonna say, who gets away with that?
Managers knew enough. That's why you don't do that. You don't do that. You're a grown ass man. A juror.
Nah, in some cases not though.
Well, actually, one of the managers is known for dressing up. I brought it up today. I was like, didn't that dude dress as fucking a girl one year? And they were like, 1 year, every year. He came as a pregnant wife, a pregnant bride. Then he came as a hula girl with coconuts. And this is dude that's totally straight, apparently. But he does this at work every year.
I think didn't Scrad do that at King every year?
No, that was frightening.
He did every year, right? See, I've seen pictures.
He wore a sequin dress and heels voluntarily.
Yeah,
Oh, that was crazy, dude.
he knew what was up.
I don't know what was up. What did he know what
I
was
think
up?
he was repping the neighborhood, wasn't he?
Silver Lake Power.
I somehow missed it.
He was, I don't know. That was pretty dope. It was kind of like, and it was at a time when you didn't do that. Like, that wasn't out there yet. There was
He
no.
did it. He was down to do it repeatedly.
Yeah, he was Lady Gag.
Lady Gag.
Yeah, it's just one letter less.
That dude really disappeared. He needs to come back in some form.
Who, Scradler?
Yeah.
No, he went to like the
I don't
moon.
know.
Did
He
he?
disappeared.
The Chelsea Moon.
There's a few of them who have fallen off.
It's good stuff. Halloween to Scrad. It's good transitionals. That dude's fucking apartment. Remember when he had the most Ice Cube video apartment ever in Pasadena? He had I remember I went over there one day and he had
a minimal.
It was, dude, that was the bullshitimal. It was minimal. That shit was like it was cool for like 3 seconds until you figured out what it was. It was like a really good stereo system and a really good TV, and then he had 2 tires with chrome rims, just stacked. Like,
Well, rims are good for an
I have to put
apartment.
those on some more.
It's needed.
Those
Actually, it was great. This one year,
leather couch.
our Costa Rican neighbors came to us when we lived over in Atwater.
There's no food.
We were
but
in high
water.
school, and it was Halloween. They said, "Hey, you guys want to scare the kids tonight for us?" And we were like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah. What you do is we're gonna go pick up the kids from their baseball practice. You guys come in. We'll leave the back door open. You guys come on in, and you wait till we come home, and then you hop out and you scare the kids."
It's called the home invasion.
Right? And we go, "Oh, okay.
That's
I
pretty
mean, I
amazing,
guess it's a little messed up or whatever. We'll do it. Okay." So they jet out, and we put on like these black clothes and masks. We had like ski masks on, We had a machete and this pickaxe.
A real machete.
Yeah.
And a real pickaxe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It was
good.
stuff he had in his room, right?
Yeah. Stuff he had in his
He did.
room.
Scrat had stuff
See.
like that in his room.
Oh, Scrat.
So we go over
See.
and we get, sure enough, we go on the back door and we wait in the dark and they come home and we popped
How
out.
old were these
we go,
kids?
We're gonna kill you. Right?
Jesus Christ.
They were younger than we were. Right?
How old were you?
We were in high school, so they were probably in like junior high
Oh, that's
and
dope.
a little younger. And the kids
Flipped
fell
out.
backwards and started pushing themselves backwards across
all
the floor
horror,
like
all horror movie style.
in complete terror.
Yeah, because they were dying. You assholes.
And then we got with the parents and we went and we all ate ice cream together in the kitchen.
Totally normal.
They were-
totally normal, dude.
They thanked us profusely for scaring their kids.
They were like, "That was
It
great.
was
The
pretty
kids
good.
will love it."
And then one summer, we went in. We broke in. They were away on vacation. We broke into their.
Wait, you really broke into the
Yeah, we broke into
family's
their
house.
garage.
Okay, this is not Halloween, which is clarified. This is May 4th.
We broke into their garage and took all their alcohol. Well, a bunch of it. We took a bunch of alcohol from them.
Did you take the bottles or did you empty them out? No, you took the
we
bottles.
took the bottles.
Yeah,
And then
smooth
we,
operators.
went
right?
to the movies and drank mass vodka and shit.
Where'd you go? The Eagle?
Not that time. We took acid one time and went to the Eagle.
The Helleria?
And we saw.
Dude, you don't take acid and go to the
we saw
Eagle.
10 Men in Platoon.
Oh, for 75 cents. That shit was $1. It was less than $1 for a long time. It was like, it's $1. We're sorry.
We dropped on the bus, and by the time Platoon
Tin
was
Men
on,
and Platoon?
Yeah.
Platoon is not a good movie to see dosed, dude.
at the Eagle Theater,
Blur.
seeing all kinds of stuff in that Eagle Theater that day.
No, you'd feel all kinds of things. 'Cause there were actual serpents in the seats. You didn't have to take doses to feel those.
There was definitely a glue floor.
Yeah, that would never be clean.
Kind of
They didn't show porn
swamp
there,
cooler.
did they?
Nah, I don't think so,
No.
dude. No, that didn't explain.
I'm
the
just trying to find a
stickiness.
rationale for why it was so funky.
Who
in the
knows, man?
seats.
Them owners after hours, maybe they did, dude.
Private screenings.
It's true.
Welcome to the private screening.
That place isn't around anymore, is it?
This one was called Platoon, then we have Spittoon later. It's starring Don't Be Devilish.
Southern Spittoon, if you know what I mean.
The brown receptacle.
All right, well, we made it to the first break.
Oh, I like that you have a timer. I need a hard-boiled egg anyway.
We'll be back.
That we all look forward with great pleasure to 4 years of wonderful, inspiring speeches, full of wit, poetry, music, love, and affection. Plus more goddamn nonsense. The other is that...
You can't say that on the air, Mr. Brink.
Well, I'm not on the air. I was amused to read that Ross...
David, let me go in the shade. We are on the air. I just want you to make sure
Too
you
bad.
know. Okay, fine.
Too bad. I told you I was leaving.
Fine, okay. So on you go. On you go.
Ross Perot said, in his opinion...
But we are on the air. I just wish to reaffirm that, David. Okay.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
I don't have anything to say.
and you do it to me constantly and over and over again. I am being unafraid, and I'm going to practice for the day, and I'm going to straighten your ass out when I see you. Do you understand me? I'm going to really make sure you get it. And I'm going to yell crazy. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to come home. So you better be ready Friday, the 20th, to meet with me. So I'm going to let you know just how I feel about what a rude little pig you really are. You are a rude, thoughtless little pig, okay?
I am Locutus of Borg.
I am Cornholio.
Resistance is futile.
Are you threatening me?
Your life, as it has been, is over.
You will give me TV, Bungholio?
From this time forward, you will service us.
Do not make my bunghole angry.
People. People are the true flowers of life. And it has been a most precious pleasure to have temporarily strolled in your garden.
All right, I'm going to do it. Here we go.
Ugh. Ugh, do you shoot it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know I have to do it that way.
Can't sip your whiskey, can you?
No, I can't. I'm not good at that.
I don't know. It's funny because you were a big drinker. Like, I don't know why you were.
Oh,
Took
when
me a long time to
20
drink it.
years ago?
Yeah. No, yeah, 20. Whatever.
When I was a kid and I had a good stomach going on.
I wouldn't say that I have a good stomach.
Well, back then I did.
well,
I could
I
hold
just
that
mean
shit.
that like I can hold my liquor now. Or
I started off bad with it, and then I got good with
Who
it,
knows? I
and then
probably
I
have
got
a-
bad with it.
brown belly.
I remember one night we were up on your dad's roof, and you were having a rough time of
Oh,
it.
because I drank 2 Mickey's grenades. Them little bitch ass fucking, what are they, 8 ounces? It was like Perrier-sized malt liquor.
That shit's so amazing, dude. And I just
I
remember,
drank like 2 or
remember
3 of those,
telling
and
you.
I vomited like a motherfucker.
No, I
off
told
that
you. I
roof.
told you. You got to go throw up, man. You're gonna feel much better. And you were like, I don't want to throw up.
Yeah,
And
I was so
I was
drunk.
like, no, dude, trust me. That'll do you up.
Oh, what a
and
little
it did.
bitch.
It did you up, dude.
Yeah, I pooped off the roof into some ivy. That was pretty dope. I did feel better.
It helps.
No, I couldn't hold my liquor then. It took me like another 10 years. No, really.
See, and in that time, I just totally basically quit drinking.
Yeah, it's like opposite spiral.
I only drink
effect.
here.
Yeah, because you're forced into it.
Yeah,
It's like,
peer
drink,
pressure.
pussy.
40-year-old peer pressure. It's still there.
Of course, dude.
Well, I'm trying to loosen up for the
Trying
cast.
to loosen up with what? A thimble of whiskey? Ooh.
That'll do me.
Hold on.
That'll do me.
Yeah,
I know you're loose and groovy as it is.
I am not. I don't know what you're talking about. You mean even without alcohol?
Well, no, with.
No.
Hello.
Whatever.
I mean, right now. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no.
You're in a loose and groovy
No,
mode.
I'm completely fine.
I know you're just waiting for Obamni to explode all over.
What do you mean, like politically?
They just morph together. They have one last meeting, and it's like bloop.
That would be, you know,
And they
and then
become Obamni.
It's like that's
and
what
they get 100% of the 40% of the
No,
vote.
that's what happens. There's a tie. And they go, listen, we've had a lot of ties before. It's always contentious. We're not going to do this time. What we're going to do is we're going to combine everyone wins.
We have the science.
Everyone wins. We're going to combine them. They will contain, there'll be a lot of arguments, but it'll be the only Mormon that can dunk. It'll be that. That's what'll happen.
What do you think? You know, I saw that Michelle Obama the other day.
That Michelle,
Do you think our Crumb wants to ride that?
Maybe, but
I think our Crumb would ride that. Don't
she
you?
was better when she starred in that. There was a '70s film, I think, called Piranha.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was good because she eats meat fast.
Oh, I thought that she was in it.
No,
she's
no.
the star.
She's a Piranha. What's
There's
going on?
many of her.
What's going on with that mouth, dude? Come
Oh,
on.
no.
There's Piranha stuff happening, right?
Oh, there's been much worse though.
She looks like
Right.
she could eat a fucking corn of cob. A cob of corn. Corn of cob.
What about like Eleanor Roosevelt?
Yeah, what about her? What do you mean? I just went on a bad journey. Thanks.
I was trying to take you back to someone who I thought you might consider a stunner.
Well, she did have that limp. You couldn't. You couldn't.
Just couldn't beat it.
Yeah, no, you could beat it, but you couldn't avoid it. It was always as ever present. Oh, Eleanor.
So, who do you think it's going to be of the Obama question?
I'm frankly, listen, I didn't think that fucking Obama was going to fucking get elected. I thought
Really?
I was like, no. I was like, they're not going to take 200 years of old, white, rich, fat, Christian dudes.
Well, what do you think? Better than
It was a big deal when Kennedy got elected before Obama, and now Obama is going to be he's normalized. It's amazing.
What do you mean?
Well, they've skewed it. They were like, dude, it's a perfect plan. They go, okay, you have 200 years. Like I said, 200 years of one type of person being allowed to be president, right?
Right.
Rich white Christian dudes.
Right. Well, but then it became Catholic when they
Dude,
they
killed him.
No, but at
they
the time,
killed him.
But what
they
I'm
immediately killed him. They were like,
but what I'm saying is that
like,
at the time it was like, oh my God,
yeah, exactly.
a Catholic.
We have to kill him.
Oh God, a Catholic.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
a Catholic running the USA?
He's
Oh,
whiter than
God.
all of us.
This wasn't that long ago, dude.
No, I know. That's that you're not.
Oh God,
you're helping my argument here,
Oh God,
which is why I was so surprised.
is it when he's Irish?
Because
oh my
God.
God.
I come from the school of like that shit's fixed. Like
Wow.
it doesn't matter. It's completely fixed,
I
and
hear
there's
you.
a show that they put on to give you a show.
I think it's a barometer. It's a barometer.
No,
they
the
take
barometer-
a barometer
no,
of
they
the
don't give a
country.
shit, but it's still
Well,
fixed.
I'm not saying that has to affect the outcome. The concept of it is to take a barometer of the country. They put a lot of wacky ideas out there, and they see how much of the country will actually back these wacky ideas. You know what I mean?
No, that they find the people. Which is most of us.
And then perhaps there's a winner picked or
No,
whatever.
but so I did. I
don't
was
know.
surprised that they put him in the office.
We'll see what happens.
Because it was like they put a black dude in there. Don't get me wrong. I'm down. I voted for fucking Sharpton in 2000 or whenever Bush ran.
Well,
I was
that's
like,
a real black dude then. At least
I-
back then he
if I
was.
wanted a black-
I don't know
you're
about
gonna
now.
get a black dude.
He's got AIDS now or something. He looks like he has AIDS now.
No,
dude.
he's got a bunch of
He
people.
lost- he
a bunch
lost-
of people that help him.
You know how there's some people go from too much weight to they lose too much weight? He's in that camp right now.
Sassy.
There's a few of them.
No, so because they did that, and that really took me by surprise.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, whoa, okay, all bets are off at this point. And then what's the next thing that happens? Who's the next fucking person they put up? Not a fucking Christian evangelist like something we've seen in the 80s before.
Who?
They put a fucking a Mormon, a guy who's into like magic underwear and multiple wives and like a weird planet. Isn't some Scientology shit? They believe in a planet Xenon,
Yeah,
and
but-
a Clork
but-
Lord or some kind of fucking stupid shit like that.
Everyone
come
they
on,
were,
come on.
everyone that they were,
really for president.
everyone that he was up against was much
Oh,
more
dude,
insane.
Dude, that's fucking more fodder for the fire. That's
You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
my point. It's like this is the guy that's the smooth talker
Well,
in the
but
group.
we get back to the barometer, and what
He looks like
it
he-
has is it shows us that like okay, over the last 4 years, anybody who was a non-conservative Republican got ousted, so they're no longer in there. They just put Democrats in instead, right?
Right.
So you're left with this small core group of hardcore conservatives, and they have bizarre ideas. I mean, their concepts are just bizarre.
I
This is
have
I'm
a
talking
hard
about
time-
what's being
being
put out there,
presented.
what's being
Yeah,
presented.
yeah.
Okay,
As the
and
as
even
the
that's not
dialogue.
exactly being put out there in the way I'm simplifying it. Right? They
Right.
talk about all Tea Party and this and that. Right?
Oh, the D
Okay.
party.
So their small root group is the most down, or at least that's the way it's presented. In other words, you could say that they all work in concert to give us legislation
Well,
that
no,
we get.
no, I don't
and the
think they work
legislation
in
that we got
concert,
out
no.
of the last 4 years was mainly sort of right-tilted, mid-range politics. There's nothing left has happened. What
Yeah.
left has happened? The drop of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I mean, that's about it, right? And is that left, or is that just common thinking these days?
Yeah,
that, like,
drone
if somebody
attacks?
wants to go die for your country, you should let them.
Yeah.
Because they want to. You can't stop them from doing that.
Zig Heil.
You know, I mean, that's like I was talking to a guy online about that who was joining the military right at the time, and he was like, "Well, is that where they where gay people get to shower with you?
What, the military?
And live with you then?" And all this, I'm like, yeah, as opposed to now when they're showering you, and you know what I mean? It's not like they're not there. They're fucking there.
That's your fucking XO, dude.
You know what I mean? And since they changed it, there were, you know, a lot of people that came out or whatever. I don't know.
Well, you could cross the equator.
What are you going to do? Right, exactly.
Gay
you get
stuff,
the earring.
that's what you're gonna do.
And the pearl necklace and the whole deal.
Oh, you hope it's an earring.
Hey, is Bandar Bush dead? What's
You
the
know,
deal with
that's an-
Bandar Bush,
that's
dude?
an
I wanted to
interesting
ask
one.
you about this for a little while
That's
now.
interesting because I know exactly what you're referring to. Is like there was a claim that that Syrian
What?
SFA.
I even
They
legitimate
claimed that they
sources
blew
did not
him
seem
up,
to
and then they were like
figure
they
it
were
out.
really quiet about it. It's like he hasn't been seen in a while,
Right, that's
and then
what they're
somebody
saying.
got appointed or like something because he was chief of intelligence for Saudis.
So what does that mean? Is he dead? Is he not around?
He's probably
Is
dead.
he still disappeared?
He's probably dead.
That
actually,
dude used
now
to
that
be
you bring it up.
on the news and shit, talking about how he loved the bush. He loved the
but
bush
every
and the
once
bush
in
and
a
the
while,
bush.
though, not all the time.
More like, but you remember during those Bush years, it was always Saudis. There
Yeah,
hasn't
but
been
no, they've
anywhere
passed
near
the
as much
torch.
Saudi
No.
stuff going on.
No, they've
where
passed
they
the
talk
torch.
about them. Not
That's why you don't hear about them. They've passed the torch to the new clan.
What,
the new
which
clan
one?
still dude, you have fucking John Sununu as a campaign manager.
No,
He's a
but that's a
fucking
joke.
felon.
That's a joke.
It's a
That-
joke. He's really doing that. What do
Right,
you
but
mean
he
it's a
gets out there
joke?
and he says these really ridiculous things.
Fine. Why is he anywhere? Why am I hearing that name? The last time I heard that name, it was like, was it?
You want to know why?
Was
you
it
want to know why?
Nice? I don't even.
You want to know why? Because they got some gall. That's how you're fucking hearing that shit. They got some fucking gall, dude. It all operates on people not having a fucking memory, and you know what? They don't.
They don't remember.
They don't have a
anything.
memory. They
It's
don't
the
remember a
same-
couple years ago. They don't remember earlier this year.
When fucking Jog Negroponte was appointed, like, what was he appointed? It was like not. He was counterintelligence czar or some bullshit.
Right.
For like, it was some kind of procedural thing for like a year or two. Wasn't that long ago. Might have been under Obama. That dude oversaw the death squads of fucking. He was the ambassador to one of them Central American countries when we were doing the Contras shit.
Right.
And he kind of knew that they were sending some stuff over there.
Yeah.
It's like this, old school. Like you 30 years later, you're still in the fucking game, getting rewarded for your old.
Well, it's like when I see Holly North on
nepotistic-
Fox. Holly North is on Fox doing.
How
like,
is that possible?
It's amazing, dude. And he's old now.
I
That
know.
dude's not young.
He's
He's
still
old,
there.
and he definitely. I swear to God, Prescott fucked a lizard, and this bastard child was born. He's definitely a Bush, right? Look at that guy. He looks just. He
No,
looks
that
just
actually
like
does
one.
make sense.
But at any rate, he's out there, and you're going, this is the guy. Wait, this guy sold arms. He was in on selling
that's the
arms.
least of it.
Well, at the very least, I'm talking about the very least,
Yeah.
to Iran through Israel. Okay, what?
Old
Huh?
story.
Right? Okay. On some guys of they were going to take down the forces in Iran. They had some faction or something, right? Isn't that the story?
Yeah.
Right? That's the concept, right?
They convoluted
So-
it so much, it was amazing.
But meanwhile, this dude's up. They're giving him all kinds of accolades on Fox. Oh, the wonderful
Patriot.
Oh, a patriot. This guy was shredding documents as fast as you possibly could with his. Was it Fawn Hall? Who was it? Who was his
Motherfucker,
chick? Or was
That's
it
why they played up
Flowers? No, who
the
was
reason
that
they
chick?
played up the Iran thing, and that's what is historically what they want you to remember. That's why they called it Iran Contra.
Mm-hmm.
It was like focus on the Iran arms deal, because the other part of it was them trading fucking arms for huge amounts of coke that they were bringing into
right.
the country.
Right.
And that was a way bigger deal. Dude, John Deutsch, the director, the DCI of the fucking CIA, came to Compton into a high school auditorium and gave a press conference that was basically to a group of angry black people saying, we didn't bring all this crack in here, I promise.
Well, right,
That
right,
was
I
the
remember that
gist
shit.
of the entire
Yeah.
fucking conference.
Right.
It's the most we brought a lot of crack in here, kind of conference you could actually have.
Well, no, but he could say that.
Oh,
and,
why
and
would you
still
do
not
that?
Be, and
Oh,
still not
please.
and still not be going against his thing, because all you have to do is
Dude, if
allow it to happen, as opposed to just actively do it, right?
No, yeah.
but allow it to happen.
No, then you wrote
that cuts
Barry
you off
Seal.
right there,
you wrote
right?
Barry Seal and Clinton and Mena, Arkansas into that
shit.
whole mix. It's at the same time, dude. That was not one dude.
Right.
That was thousands of dudes doing that shit. They were bringing fucking coke back in payment for bringing a bunch of fucking M16s down to dudes. It's an old story. It's arms, drugs, people, and other shit.
That stuff's worth stuff.
Yeah, you can do if you have a fucking
buy some power with
listen.
that. Shit.
If you have an intelligence system that's global, that you have a logistical system to support that intelligence system, where
Right.
you can transfer and transport on scale whatever you want anywhere. Not that long ago, we had these things that were like the East Opium Trading
Right,
Company,
right.
That were trying to have.
That was it, right? There were only a few of
Yeah,
them, right?
and then historically
Or
we're
whatever.
taught that, like, for some reason, the slave trade,
Mm-hmm.
the global drug trade,
Wow, no.
and the stealing of energy resources from certain countries stopped and didn't become like
What do you mean?
Well,
yeah, but they
it
didn't
became
stop.
like-
They became
no.
above board, right?
They
Isn't that the
became like
concept of them?
corporations
Right,
now.
privatize.
We don't think that we have this idea now that we don't live in that era, that doesn't happen still.
Wait, have you been seeing this series about the men who built America on history?
Oh no!
You gotta check some of these, because it's fucking amazing. Dude.
Listen, I
It's
said
like,
country seas.
It's like here's this guy. He loves trains. He buys the trains. He decides there's lots of other people who are doing train companies, right? He decides he has to be the only train company. Okay, like nobody else can exist but him, right? So he starts doing fucked up shit, like I don't know, cutting off the only train route into New York from the rest of the country, right? Okay, so that he can force people and buy, and it's all about like how these kind of people made America, right? It's not about the people who made the train, made the tracks.
Actually made
Chinese
America.
people coming here and like building these tracks everywhere, right? And it's not even like that it's not even saying that his thing was more efficient or better for anybody or anything. He just had to have every train.
Yeah.
He had to own every train. There were other people doing it.
Industrialist.
No, not only did he have to have their train, like they had to have their face rubbed in the dirt outside. You know what I mean? It's
Destroy them.
It's so amazing. Then they have like modern business leaders come on, and they're basically kissing the ass of these hideous concepts, right? I mean, it goes into shit like where
Idolatrizing
the Pinkertons are called in because there's like a striker. They fucking just start unloading on the
exactly.
dudes, like right there
Immediately.
You know what I mean?
Well, we're not that far off. I mean, you have to, if you want, we have this thing that says the people have the right to peaceably assemble.
Sort of.
Right?
Well, they do. They have the right, but then all you need is like some guy in a mask, and he's
no,
the
you don't have the
anarchist
right.
to
You don't
show
even-
up.
No, you don't even have that right. You have to, if you have more than like 6 people, you have to get a permit to go. You have to be like, I'm in a free speech zone. And they just recently
It
passed
depends
a
on where
law
you do
that
it.
says
You
that,
can
like,
do it in certain places, and if you fucking go in there and you just sit down, start doing some and have a dude who's talking, you're probably gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's not
It's when
gonna
you start
happen.
fucking walking around and people are having the fun and this and that. It shouldn't be fun. It should be that you're fucking in there going in for some serious reason, something that you want to
that's true.
change about society. You're not having a little fucking party, okay? You're in there and you want to change something seriously about society, and you get in there and you sit down and you fucking try to show your point. You need to pick a point.
Yeah, when's the last time you saw that?
What's the point that you're trying to fight for? You look for any successful peace movement in the past or peaceful protest movement, and they had something they were fighting for. There was some like easily
Concerted effort.
identifiable one thing. And then
that's
you
the-
go about it peacefully and not in a way that looks like you're having a party. Once you're having a party, you could get a fucking fucking baton snapped over your head.
Oh, no, you're
you know
gonna
what I
get a
mean?
baton
You want to
snapped
have a
over your
party?
head either
Oh,
way.
here's some fireworks for you. I'm gonna throw them right in the center of you. And if
Oh,
you're
no.
a vet, maybe you'll catch it in the head. Remember that? They fucking got the vet in the head.
It's pretty amazing.
That was
dude.
amazing. And then it fucked up his ability to speak. And he was like, they took away my speech, literally. You remember that, dude? It was in Oakland or something.
Oh, no, I do. That's fucked up.
All you occupied people, pick a topic, sit down, stress your topic, get
No,
on the
that's
news.
not- that's
That's
not a
all. That's
movement.
the only purpose that you can have is to get in front of cameras.
Yeah, camping is
Okay.
not. Camping isn't going to do it.
Having a hippie party in the street is outdated, my friends. And the people who did it back in the day got their heads beaten in.
What? Who are they going to go against? That's the point. Is that you have a bunch of people. At some point, they go, okay, it's gotten out of hand, and then people with guns come out,
Right.
And they use force to quell whatever, no matter
Right.
how peaceful your shit is.
Oh no! If your shit's real
You get
peaceful,
shot
then
at
them
some point.
anarchist dudes roll in. No, you got to be super. You got to sit down. That's all you can do. You could do sit in. You might be able to
Then
do
you
a
get the
march.
spray
You can't
right
stay
in
in
your
one
face.
place partying. That's a bad idea.
I wouldn't say it was a party. They had a bookshelf.
Oh, are you talking about Occupy? Well, Occupy had a weird idea. It was almost good. Here's the deal. You occupy the place during the day.
No, I
don't
had a-
care about the nighttime. Nobody's there. You go there when it's a bother to the people on Wall Street. At night, the people don't give a shit.
Well,
they
they
go
didn't
home.
really bother them either.
They did. They didn't like seeing people out there, but then they diluted it enough and got it to where it looked dopey enough to where they didn't care anymore. But
Yeah,
at first they didn't like it. If you were rolling out there with the fucking signs with people's faces on them, some characters that maybe people need to recognize from now on, okay? And then you put up like traitor under that or whatever, or maybe show how much money they made.
Dude, they'd still
But you're a
ignore
little
it.
late
It's
now.
good, but-
You should have been doing that circa 4 years ago. Should
I
have
would-
bought silver too,
I would've-
way back
should've bought
when.
silver. I want to rebrand the Occupy movement, Occupado.
Yeah, it like on one of those porta potties.
Yes,
Right?
Occupado. Occupado. Sorry, there's a dump being taken right now.
A dump beat. It's like
Well, that's what happened too. Is like there's
dump
too many
step.
dumps here. It's like, you know what? We let them.
Yeah.
They let them hang out, but there's like lots of dumps.
Well, yeah, because it became
There's,
like
like, dumps
it became like
everywhere.
fringe society people, and then it's like a trust funder is going to come in from out of town, like I'm going to take a dump like the people.
Yeah, meanwhile,
and shit, like in
those fucking
nature.
Wall
you
Street
know what?
fucking
You know what? Trust
assholes.
fundy, the people don't take a dump in nature. Okay,
Those Wall Street fatties, dude.
they think they're close. They should go talk to Larry. That's all I've said. I saw Larry.
How is Larry? Is he still alive?
You know what?
Dude, you know what?
It's
Larry
been a
should
little
not be
while.
seen because the last time I saw Larry, he asked me for a ride because he was going to go away for 6 months to go to rehab. Because
Oh,
if he
wow,
went
that
to,
might be good, though.
If he went to rehab and stayed in this place, they would absorb. This is the insane system we live in. He's
Might
like,
help him.
No, motherfucker had a fucking warrant out for it for his arrest, right?
Right.
So his PO says, "Listen, don't worry about the warrant. Just come and stay here for 6 months." And the
Oh,
warrant
wait
goes
a
away.
minute. Did he have to bring Vaseline?
And he's like, "Oh, them fuckers steal everything. They steal your cigarettes and your clothes."
yeah, well, the
And-
church stole his shit.
well, the church threw his shit away. They fucking, thank you, Jesus. You fucking assholes. They have some sign. Oh,
So wait, so what's the deal? If he goes away for 6 months, or how long?
he didn't go away. Is the deal?
No,
And
no, but to
his
rehab.
warrant-
if he goes
his
to
warrant
rehab,
will go away.
If he goes to rehab, then
Right.
he gets off.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
Well, it's pretty dope.
you're still seeing him. So
no,
he's not.
I
he hasn't
haven't
gone
seen
away.
him. I haven't seen him for a couple weeks now. But last time I saw him, I was coming out of CVS. I ran into him, and he goes, we were talking for a second. He goes, you know how they talk about the end of the world? And I was like, oh yeah, well, you know, different people have different ideas about what that's all about. And he goes, no. I want to see it. He goes, all those people running around, all scared and shit falling down. He's like, I want to be there.
It's his
He started
only reason
laughing
for
and shit.
living. Oh, I love Larry. That's
It was
fucking
pretty dope, man.
the shit.
That was pretty amazing. I laughed my ass off.
Oh, that's amazing, dude. No, he's not kidding either.
He.
That's why we get
he
along.
wanted
You
to
know
see it,
why?
dude.
You know why? I want to see it too.
I
I
think-
really want to see it.
I
That
got
would
this
be
theory,
dope.
dude, that he was in Popeye.
Who did he play? The Popeye's forearm?
I think it's his dad.
His dad.
Poop Deck Pappy.
The fucker remembers that shit. You're talking about the Popeye with Robin Williams.
No, but yeah.
Sassy.
All right, I think we made it. Next one.
Acquiring marijuana.
There are 4 basic methods of acquiring marijuana.
buying it, growing it, receiving it as a gift, and stealing it.
Buying marijuana.
Yeah? I'd like a big bottle of root beer, please.
Okay.
And a copy of Playboy.
All right.
And some pistachio nuts.
Yeah.
Could I have a cleaner copy of Playboy, please?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It's kids.
And a pack of marijuana, please.
Mexican, Vietnamese, or domestic?
Mexican.
Flip top, flat box, soft pack, or bulk?
Take bulk.
All right, that comes to, that'll be $2.15.
$2.15.
Growing marijuana.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how doth your garden grow?
Really great where there's no heat, and usually best when I put the seeds about a half-inch underground, water lightly once a week, and hope for the best.
Receiving marijuana as a gift.
Getting grass as a gift is probably the nicest way of all of acquiring it. Here are a number of methods guaranteed to get you free grass.
Be very, very nice to everyone you meet.
Or
look for people who are smoking grass. Go over and stand next to them as quietly as possible and look wistful. If they give you any, be sure to say thank you.
Or
become a narcotics officer.
Or
be a very beautiful girl with large breasts.
And if none of these methods work, then whenever you're taking a walk, look on the ground for rolled up baggies with a rubber band around them.
Stealing marijuana.
Now, here's the main method for acquiring yourself some free grass. You just creep up on someone and go, "Hey, say what happened? Look up there." Well, and you cop that grass. No. And
the effects of marijuana.
The first time a person tries to get stoned, he may not feel any effect whatsoever. Many people, even Methodists, find that after smoking for hours, particularly with good grass, they'll still feel no effect the first 2 or 3 times. For them, we recommend needlepoint, weightlifting, or any of the other traditional methods of reaching nirvana.
I can lift 347 pounds over my head, but still, nobody likes me.
We believe that, except for a few weirdos here and there, everybody can feel the effects of grass.
Fortunately, all the barriers which keep a person from getting high are easily overcome once you know them.
The first barrier to overcome is the belief that smoking grass gives one a kick.
It does not. You do not get a kick or a rush from grass.
The second barrier is that there's no way to know how you're supposed to feel, so you don't know what to look for.
And the third barrier is a roadblock.
Your papers, please. I only have a pipe, man.
Then you'd better come with me.
The world isn't run by weapons anymore, or energy, or money. It's run by little ones and zeros, little bits of data. It's all just electrons.
This is the typical white person's concept of how we relax colored people at parties. Yeah, it's a hell of a spread. They really know how to put on a feast, these people.
Very nice.
Really beautiful. I didn't get your name.
Miller.
Miller, my name is James, Mr. Miller.
Nice to meet you.
I never saw you around this neighborhood. You live around here?
Yeah, on the other side.
Oh, okay. Just wondering about that. That Joe Louis, a hell of a fighter.
Yeah,
hell of a, that'll be another Joe Louis. You got a cigarette on you?
Yeah.
Oh, when you're smoking? All right, I'll put that off you. Yeah. You know, I don't know these people too well. Are you familiar with them?
No, it's quite a...
I don't know if they're, I think they're heaves. You're not Jewish, are you? No offense. Some of my best friends are Jews. We have them over the house for dinner. They're all right, you know. Some sheenies are no good, but you seem like a white Jew to me. Yeah. At Bojangles. Christ, could he tap dance?
Oh,
you tap dance all yourself, huh?
Yeah.
All you people can tap dance, I guess. You people have a natural sense of rhythm. What's that? Born right in you, I guess, huh? Yeah, boy. The way I figure it is, no matter what the hell a guy is, if he stays in his place, he's all right. That's the way I look at it. That's what's causing all the trouble in the world. Everybody, like, here's to Joe Louis. Joe Louis was a guy who, the way I figured, he was a guy who just knew when to get in there and get out of there. It's more than I can say for a lot of you niggas. No offense. I had a few before on the way over here, you know. You're all right. You're a good boy. Did you have anything to eat yet?
No, I haven't.
I don't know if there's any watermelon left, fried chicken or dice or raisins, but we'll see if we can fix you up with something. I want to have you over to the house, but I got a bit of a problem now, and I don't want you to think I'm out of line, but I got a sister. And I hear that you guys, you know, it's my sister, and, well, I'll put it to you a different way. You wouldn't want no Jew doing it to your sister, would you? That's the way I feel, you know? I don't want no coon doing it to my sister. That ain't you, and no offense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And as far as my sister's concerned, shake hands on it, you won't do it to her. You won't do it to her? I hear you got some perfume you put on them and make you do it to her. You don't do it to her. Not true? There's no perfume you put on them? They just do it to you? You're all right. Hey, listen, I'd like to have you over the house, I was telling you, but wait till it gets dark and...
Hello, my name is Stephen Thrasher, and I set my Canon laptop computer into. I just got it back. Everything that I've written on it for the past 2 years is gone. I was told that you guys were that I'd be called if you had to replace the hard drive. I called Canon. They said the hard drive didn't need to be replaced. They just said the motherboard didn't need to be replaced. And everything that I've been working on for the past 2 goddamn fucking years of my life is gone! You fucking assholes! Now I want you to call me back, stop fucking me around, and make sure that I get back what I've been working on! Do you fucking understand me? And I'm tired of you fucking around with me! I had better get my goddamn disk drive back! I'm going to sue all of you fucking pieces of shit!
It's like through a snus filter.
What flavor of snus? Brown. I think they have a few flavors from what I understand.
No, blueberry?
It's like mint.
Yeah,
and
mint.
butterscotch.
Snusser scotch.
So I'm thinking Roseanne Barr.
Who, for president?
Yeah, that's I think my vote's gonna go that way, man.
Is she running?
Yeah, she's on the ballot.
Really?
Here.
She's on the ballot.
She's on the ballot here, dude.
She's on the ballot.
I checked it.
That bitch ain't gonna win. There's no way. It's all fake, so it's like it doesn't matter.
I don't think she's gonna win. No.
We should just write in some like.
But have you ever checked our state on one of those maps where it's like
Jack
like the percentage for this state and the percentage for that state? Ours
it's electoral anyway.
Ours
it doesn't
is
matter
ours is 100%.
It doesn't matter what you vote.
Ours is always 100%.
Somebody else votes on your behalf, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is?
But they take suggestions.
Yeah, right. Isn't that what it is? It's like, oh, you people wanted this dude, but like, you know, all 50 of us decided that.
I was thinking though for the.
I don't understand.
I don't know if maybe for the election too. Actually, let's do it for the election too. I was thinking maybe just for senators and congressmen. I was thinking we could bring it back, but maybe we could do it for elections as well.
What the fuck? How do they get away with
How
it?
about, what do you think about this?
What?
For senators, congressmen, and maybe even the election itself.
They get murdered.
We bring back dueling.
Damn it, I was going for murder.
Well, it's pretty close.
They go back, the dueling.
We bring back dueling.
Ooh.
You remember? I was seeing this Aaron Burr thing. I was remembering that ad. You remember
how bad do you want to run? You're going to die.
Right, something like
One of you will fucking die.
It's Thunderdome.
Ooh.
Bartertown.
Oh. Bartertown. Yeah, no.
What do you think?
Who run Bartertown? Say loud, say proud.
Master Blaster.
Half man,
Run.
half baby.
Bartertown.
He's Master Blaster. Who run Bartertown? He was all methane powered. Sorry, but Thunderdome.
Master Blaster. Run. Bartertown.
That was amazing, dude. That was a really good movie. She had a fucking shark-powered society. He did. It was like a fart-based
That's what
economy.
happens when the petrol runs out.
What, you have a fart-based, like, funnel that ass.
You automatically get a midget, dude. He's on top of the buff cat.
Toe cutters.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you say like a little person on top of a big person?
No.
How bland do you make the description?
No, that
to,
was
to be allowable.
Dude, he was a baby Nazi fidget on top of a Down syndrome fucking bodybuilder.
Wow.
It was amazing.
He had brain of baby, body of man.
No touch, no hurt, brain of baby, body of man, love. Blah.
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
Run. Bartertown.
That shit was amazing.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? Don't you think?
What, to blast a master?
No. Dueling. Bring back
dueling.
dueling. Is that up there?
You're like, that would be good. You had the nerve to be like, this is the thing. We're right back there.
I brought it back around.
Yeah, it's cool, but you have to let a nigga know. Master Blaster dueling a senator would be good. Yes. I agree with that.
But so getting back to the barometer, what I see.
The Barackomometer?
Yeah, exactly. The Obamni meter.
The Obamni meter.
Obamni meter. What I keep seeing basically is that they're going to raise the age for getting Social Security. I mean,
that
seems to be the one thing that they all agree on.
Dude, it's already like
it's
work
gonna be like,
really hard until you're 68 years old.
Yeah, I think we'll probably get in around that point, around 68 or 70.
Can you imagine selling sandwiches in a sandwich shop?
You see, they keep
at
saying
65 years old.
Right, who's going to hire you?
That's what they want to do.
But why didn't you work your whole life to become the person? Well, I don't know. Maybe they kicked your ass out when you were 60. They were like, you can't make it to 70. That's fucked up.
Dicks.
Who's going to hold someone on? I mean, I wish.
It's like a reverse scale dick where like the scales on the dick go against the grain.
Well, because
so
what they do is they say
it's like a Goldman
They say that
Sachs
people are
dick?
living longer now, right?
That's bullshit.
But like supposedly, if you look into the stats, it comes down to more like rich people are living longer.
Well, there's a shot.
If you're a coal miner, you're not going to live very long, right?
No, that's the weird dope German math that nobody is right in front of us.
It's right there. Most of it's right in front of you.
And we don't want to do it. We're like, you know what? They've done math. They have an algorithm that says like around 65 you get too expensive. So like you can pay up and you got to retire right around there. And then because you know why? Because you're gonna fucking die. We did the math.
That's what they say.
Die.
They say that like when Social Security first came in, you were only gonna live like 5 years
right,
or something like that.
So they did the math and they said we'll give you your reward of 30 years. In a time frame when we know you'll only be alive for 5 of that.
But they understand that most of the money, like something like, it's a huge amount of the money that gets spent on you for healthcare throughout your lifetime is your end of life services. Like
because right at the end,
they charge you a hell.
No, they charge you for like machines that like cost a lot to build once.
A fucking ping machine.
A fucking once, dude. And then they have some archaic weird like we're gonna stick a fucking poker up your ass.
But we keep the system small. That's when they talk about rationing and Obamacare, whatever the rationing means.
Would they
means
put the poker up your ass?
It's
not a small system.
What it means is that
it's a big
people will be
system.
allowed to use the not adequate system that's there. And so people who like to use it a whole lot, they're not going to get to use it quite as often.
Well, it's no. What it'll go to is a purely privatized of everything.
It'll go to both. It'll go to a public-private system.
It's a club. It's a
It
club.
will
Do you
probably
have
end up with
membership in the
something
club?
closer to England.
Are you in the
by
medical
end
club?
of it.
Oh, I don't have
where
a medical
they have
club
both.
membership.
They have private insurance and they have a public system.
No, it's gonna
Most
go
people
for
are on the
everything,
public
dude.
system. Rich people are on the private system, but they get the public system as well. We'll probably end up with something like that.
Do they use it?
Yeah.
Really? When they get in a car accident.
I've talked to plenty of people over there, and they don't talk a whole lot of shit about their system, to tell you the truth.
Who? Eurotrash?
Yeah. Wow.
What's their debt?
People from the Britons.
The brutes?
What's their what? Their death rate? I think.
No, their deficit. They're just as fucked as everyone
deficit,
else.
schmeficit, suck a dickificit. That shit doesn't mean anything. You remember fucking
Hicks?
Yeah, Hicks on it. He was like, I'm sick of hearing about this shit where you guys spent all this money of ours and now you're saying we need to give you more. You fucking assholes. How is it that there's any problem with Social Security or Medicare at the time when the baby boomers are just kicking in on getting their bennies when they've been paying all this time and it should have been going to a much smaller percentage of people? They should have a huge amount. These fucking baby boomers have completely did not take care of themselves and their affairs.
Goldman Sachs
and now they'll get up there on TV and they'll tell you we're gonna make it so your kids have less.
Yeah, of course.
Because
your kids are gonna have
and you know what?
nothing,
You know why the kids should have
Nothing.
less? The
That's
kids
what
should
they're gonna
have less because we're gonna saddle them with debt. They're gonna do both. That's the way it goes down every time, right?
No, we might get a little bit, but you think your kid is going to be able to like factor in on the Social Security thing?
I think that there's absolutely no reason why he shouldn't, except that they keep spending the money for it, and then they say that
That's assuming
that the
it's
problem
there.
is it. It is there. It's been there. Look, if you look at the concept of the baby boom, right? It's where you have a whole huge amount of people born, and so then they've been paying in all this time. They should have been paying out to a smaller percentage of people. Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's gone.
Right,
That fucking money's gone.
The government keeps spending the money and then going like, the money's gone. You're like, well, what'd you spend it on?
No, it's gone. You don't ask what it's spent on.
Right.
Dude, we have a country where we've been...
Money tubes.
Dude,
it's all about tubes.
We had a financial collapse in 2008, right? Because of like some weird mortgage shit.
Right.
Oh, yeah, people giving out bad loans. That's the party line.
Right.
Nobody does the math and goes like, how much does it cost to run a war in two countries at the same time? Oh, we closed one down.
Right.
But it's
costs a whole fucking lot of money.
It's billions of dollars a month.
Yeah, right.
A month.
It's a couple trill already.
It's like it's insane the amount of money that they spend. It's like $1 billion a month. They like, whatever.
Well,
and then like you wonder like why the economy is fucked. It's like it's not.
Well, I just like when they talk about the 16 trillions, right? Oh, and we owe the 16 trillion. It's awful. But then you find out that the banks got 16 trillion to bail them out. In other words, the
That's
banks
actually the number, I
owed the same amount of money as this country.
Oops. And they got it.
And they got it. Well,
from the country.
But they gave it back, or did they, or what?
No, it's a global move to equalize the workforces, where you have disparate workforces, and some
well,
economies.
We're a country in flux.
Some economies, it's a mixed bag because you have to have engineers that make this weird, cool tech shit. So,
Right.
but it's at the same time, the working class, the vast majority of people in this country, need to be equalized from their view to the same thing that they view like a Vietnamese or Chinese worker. Like
Wow.
the lowest, like fucking minimum wage is too
Sort
much
of.
money.
Sort
Like
of.
no union package, no fucking benefits.
Right.
You don't get fucking
Well,
shit.
that's like this-
You get your
right.
$6 an hour,
Right.
and you go home and you
Right.
live on the factory premises in a weird dormitory,
Right.
aka labor camp.
Right. No unions.
Right. None of
No
that.
unions allowed.
No. Right. That's what they want. And what's funny is that companies that people buy this product happily, called Apple,
Right.
and they buy iPhones, and it's made by a country that has those fucking policies in place.
Oh, but it's even worse
And
because
it's like, oh, we had underage workers. They were 12,
and they jumped out the window.
They weren't 16, which is the legal age to work somebody fucking
To death.
13 hours a day,
Right.
at least.
Well, those same people
for
who buy
$8
those
a week.
products will blame China and say, "Oh, it's China and they're No, you're buying from an American company. American company's
Yeah.
doing business
Yeah.
with another company over there. It's not China.
Yeah, you can
It's
make
the
your
American
shit anywhere.
company. At the very least, it's both. But
No, it's the same. But that's the point. Is that it's,
well, you have
it's-
you have a country that's willing
No,
to
sovereignty
use
is dead.
use its people and its resources and also pollute the fuck out of itself.
That's one of the tricks that they play. Is
There's
they,
definitely pros and cons to any of this shit. Producing computers, highly toxic bullshit.
everywhere.
They're fucking poisoning the fuck out of their water over there. And of course, they're buying a lot of our water.
But they got a lot of people.
Right, that's their deal. Is that they have people to spare. They'll fucking they put people into the wall. Right, when they built the wall, they had something dope they needed to do. Hey, whatever, throw the people in the wall.
Why did they build a wall? To preserve.
Well, because they were getting rocked on.
Right.
There was a highly successful group on the other side
trying to take over your shit.
Right.
So you want your own sovereignty.
But they didn't like they didn't set up manufacturing over there with their companies.
The Mongolian sweatshops.
Those had to be the worst, right?
They probably made cool shit.
I wish.
Mongolian.
That's like I saw this thing the other day. It was amazing. It was in India, and they had this city, or this little town, I guess, and the entire town it only has one industry, and it's prostitution, and so
do they export?
All of the men, yeah, they do sort of. They export diseases. Some of the men
sign me up.
All of the men there are pimps, and all of the women are prostitutes. Right, it's just the way it goes.
Are there like baby prostitutes and baby pimps?
Well, basically,
like
if you have a son, your son's going to be a pimp. And if you have a daughter, if she doesn't get married by a certain age,
let me break this down. So who's fucking all the whores?
People from other towns.
Okay, so they come to this town.
It's
a
whore
fuck
town.
Right. Okay.
It's probably along the route for some business, right? Isn't that usually the way things are?
Maybe
some
the
trucker stop along the way somewhere.
Business.
So right, basically. So it's the story of this girl there, and if you get to a certain age and you haven't been married, you haven't gotten married yet, then you're basically going to become a prostitute. There's nothing else. There's nothing. There's no jobs. There's no industry.
Get married at
the
10 to some 40-year-old.
Basically.
Blah.
So this girl, she looked to be more of a teenager. She was getting married to this guy. There was a small group of them. They were going to get married, and they were so happy that they weren't going to have to be prostitutes, right? And the pimps get together and they decide they don't want any of this marriage shit to go down at all, right? So they start putting pressure on all the girls. Now they don't know if they're going to get married. They might not be safe for them, and blah blah blah. At any rate, it's
Where is this?
Heartwarming piece. This is in India, and in the piece, she ends up getting married to this dude, and they live happily ever after, whatever that deal. Okay. I'm looking at this, I'm like, holy shit, these people are so fucking poor. There's no work, there's no nothing. All you can do is be a fucking prostitute, right? And then once you're in there, then they have the children are all the children of the Johns, right? They don't know who the father is. And then they become the next pimp and the next. Okay, I turn the channel, and there's like 3 dudes that are trying to eat 72-ounce steaks. Okay, they have like just
welcome to THX, dude.
They got so much meat, it's just disgusting in front of them. So much that they're getting sick from eating it. Like they can't do it. They're trying to force themselves, right?
They're gonna win an extra steak if they win.
You better be thankful for the reality you're born into.
No, nobody's thankful.
I am. I'm thankful of mine, dude. I'm glad I didn't have to come into reality in Whoretown, to tell you the truth, dude. That's fucked up, man.
Well, you might know how to...
Or if 72-ounce steak acceptable land. To tell you the truth. You know what I mean? That shit's not acceptable.
Welcome to Huntington Beach.
If you got like 3 people, 4 people or something, you're like, oh, let's split this insane, stupid thing. Okay.
Today was a bad day. Chipotle was closed.
I mein, even if you're just one person who could eat that much, like, that's fucked up.
Well, it tastes some horrible.
You know what I mean? You could be, I guess it could be worse off.
What, than having to eat 1 billion pounds of nast?
No, like then just about any reality. I mean, remember the other day we were talking about the cat worms, and like I'm going like
the cat worms.
What day did God make the cat worms? Because he had to have made the cat first, because I'm pretty sure that type of worm.
No, it was like here's what happened.
Exists,
here's
right?
What happened.
And because there's no evolution, they couldn't evolve into living
like,
in a cat. He had to have made specific worms that need to eat
lightning and thunder
within the cat itself. And then why don't all the cats have the worms in it? It's a perplexing question.
He made cats. And then he was like,
he's like, that just
cute.
looks empty. That
Can't be
colon
that
looks
cute.
empty. It
Have
needs,
to be able to get a parasite.
Have you ever gotten vermicelli? And,
Vermicelli.
Vermicelli.
Yeah. What's that?
It's like really.
It's what cats
Some
get?
of that tiny thin noodles. It looks a lot like worms.
Oh. Dude, I was in the fucking vet the other day, and I'm getting the cat checked out, getting him worms.
Yeah.
Speaking of worms, taken care of, and motherfucker's got a fucking big banister poster right up at the checkout thing that's like, does your dog have heartworms?
Yeah.
This is what it could lead to.
Yeah.
And then they have
I've
a
seen that one.
heart.
I know what
they
you
have
mean.
a photograph of a heart that's exploded, and out of the heart is like, I don't know, a full quart or two of linguine and spaghetti.
What day was that? Was that after the cat worms? They made the dog heartworms?
Dude, it was like, what the fuck, dude? It was like trying to scare you.
But there's
into,
no
like,
evolution, right?
Does your heart have a pasta party?
It was all just created. You know, some dogs just have to have worms in their heart. And that's just that's God's testing them. Don't you understand?
Paul Ryan cups your balls for God.
Anybody yet? You know, the bacteria and the viruses. You know, that is to test you, test your hygiene.
Test your hygiene.
Sure, we didn't know about them. It took science to figure out that they're even there.
Now, here's the deal.
But they were to test you. See, that's how science tricks you.
You
It
know
tells
that-
you what the thing is. You're supposed to think it's fucking demons or something.
You know, you write off anybody that's into any religion really seriously. You immediately write them off as like a Down syndrome baby retard donut face. Like you forget, like you're done
There's a
with them.
brainwash factor. I mean, there
you're-
has to be some
you're fucking
measure of
done.
it. You know?
Like it shows like a ability to complexly put data together. Like
No, it shows
an
like ability to
inability.
like complexly ignore data.
Complexly is not.
I was
word,
using
by
your
the
word.
way.
I was
know.
trying to.
I know.
To make sure that you understood what I was saying.
No, I was saying that more to myself.
All right, we made it. One more.
The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is, whichever is greater, it obtains a difference or deviation. The guidance subsystem uses deviations to generate corrective commands to drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't, and arriving at a position where it wasn't, it now is. Consequently, the position where it is now the position that it wasn't, and it follows that the position that it was is now the position that it isn't. In the event that the position that it is not the position that it wasn't, the system has acquired a variation, the variation being the difference between where the missile is and where it wasn't. If variation is considered to be a significant factor, it too may be corrected by the GEA. However, the missile must also know where it was. The missile guidance computer scenario works as follows. Because a variation has modified some of the information the missile has obtained, it is not sure just where it is. However, it is sure where it isn't, within reason, and it knows where it was. It now subtracts where it should be from where it wasn't, or vice versa. And by differentiating this from the algebraic sum of where it shouldn't be and where it was, it is able to obtain the deviation and its variation, which is called error.
This is the ambulance emergency line. Do you have an emergency? I need an ambulance. Who is this? Joe. Okay. Where do you need us? I'm in the motherfucking phone booth. Okay, what's the address there? Hold on. Okay, sir, did you call through 911? No. Okay, Joe, I need a location. What street are you on? I'm in the motherfucking phone booth at the stop and go. Yeah, that's it. I'm at the motherfucking stop and go. Wait a minute. What's the motherfucking street? Huffsmith, Corville, and something. At the motherfucking stop and go. Huffsmith, Corville, and what? Hold on. Yo. Uh-huh. How about, let me see. Coffee? Coffee? There you go. I'm in the motherfucking phone booth. Let me tell you what. I'm going down the motherfucking road, driving my car, minding my own goddamn business, and a motherfucking deer jumped out and hit my car. Okay, sir, are you injured? Now, let me tell you. I get out and pick the motherfucking deer up. I thought he's dead. I put the motherfucking deer in my back seat, and I'm driving down the motherfucking road and minding my own business. The motherfucker woke up and bit me in the back of my goddamn neck. He bit me and he done kicked the shit out of my car. I'm in the motherfucking phone booth. The deer bit me in the neck. A big motherfucking dog came up and bit me in the leg. I hit him with the motherfucking tire iron and I stabbed him with my knife, so I got a hurt leg, and the motherfucking deer bit me in the neck. And the dog won't let me out of the motherfucking phone booth because he wants the deer. Now who gets the deer? Me or the dog? Okay, sir, are you injured? Yeah, a motherfucking deer bit me in the neck. Hold on. The motherfucking dog is biting me. Hold on. God damn it, get out of here. Hold on. The motherfucking dog is biting my ass. Hold on. Oh.
There's a lot of similarities between him and Scrad.
What? Who? Rogan?
Yeah.
The hoe Rogan?
Yeah. Well,
Ayahuasca hoe. I did DMT suppositories.
Well, what I mean is that there's with Scrad. I know that there
Joe
was
Rogan needs to go away. Like seriously. You were like, everyone's scared of him. Everyone's scared of him.
I think that those from what I noticed of those other comedians, whenever I've checked out his cast,
his comedy will kill you. No joke will ever kill you.
He doesn't kill,
he might actually
but he might kill you. That's it.
Exactly. Ooh, scary.
He's funny. Joe's funny.
No, he can be funny and like
he's in the it's the Stanhope School, which is the Hicks School, but it's sort of Hicks that's light on a certain heart-filled element that Hicks had that was a little bit more transcendent. You know what I mean?
No, that's what's funny about
it.
Rogan.
Wasn't 100% negative. There's always a real
his
happy
mushrooms
edge to it.
hallucinogenic thing is trying to touch base with that Hicks part.
That's it. Yeah.
But Hicks knew about
and
the Eastern.
Stanhope kind of has the cigarette part of Hicks.
Yeah, but it's not.
You know what I mean?
Neither of them know.
And then Leary tried to rip off just the cigarette part of Hicks, at least as far as I could tell. You know what I mean? He didn't have the brainy part of Hicks that was kind of
the
fun.
anger. He had anger.
That was it. It was the anger and the cigarette, and he kind of ripped that section of Hicks. That's what it felt like to me. I think Hicks felt that way, right?
Well, I don't know how Hicks felt when
I think he said
Leary.
He said something about Larry. He said he does my jokes, but without the punchlines or something. It was something dope like that.
No, that's true, because Leary did have his own steez. No, but Rogan, yeah, I don't know.
He's got some moments. I mean,
This is moments.
What's going on with comedy now? I mean, is it even featured? I mean,
It's not
okay.
comedy.
Who do we have? We got Louis.
It's not
we got
fucking
Louis.
comedy. Louis.
We got
have
Louis.
Dude,
We
that's
got-
the first thing out of your mouth.
We got
is
Rogan,
fucking
but he's not
Louis.
exactly
No,
around in the
no,
way. Nothing's being hyped. It's the same. It's true music, and
so
music has
bad.
been fucked this way. And
Louis. I'm so sick of fucking Louis C.K.
I'm sure there's music out there, but
I
it's like
swear
hard
God,
to find.
If he could do
where
a
am I gonna
show,
look?
like, did he do a show about where his kids get killed in a car accident?
He
And how
probably
that's
he
funny?
might. I don't. Well, but I don't think
No,
his
'cause they
show's
really-
not exactly
no,
about being funny.
No, it's all about like his realness now. It's
They
like
get
it's kinda
hit.
like,
They get
it's
hit, but
kinda
they wouldn't get
real.
killed.
No,
they get
no.
hit, but they go to the hospital, and then his wife, he has like a black chick playing his
no.
wife. Now she come down, and
no.
then they would get back together in the closet because they hadn't seen each other in so long. They had brought them together because of the daughters, and then they would have to play it off to their, whoever they're with at the moment.
See, that's a show that would probably maybe not get signed for okay maybe, and get on air. I was thinking more. The kids actually get killed in real life.
I know where you're going.
And then,
in real life, it wasn't the show.
Right? No,
Oh, no.
Oh, where's the line? Oh, we're a comedy dude. Oh, I'm a comedy dude. Oh,
Well,
my
at least-
kids. My kids are in the thing, and they're so cute. And the Twitter and Twi-Face. So would he do?
At least Louis
would he
did
be
that
able to do
comedy
that?
special where it was apparent that you can't get away with doing that kind of a comedy show and still have a marriage. You remember that one?
Well, no. He
it was
destroyed his
the
marriage.
divorce show. I don't know.
The divorce show.
Didn't it seem like
that would
it?
have been way better if he called that the divorce show.
He could rename it for.
Well,
his
what's great about him
Blu-ray.
is that, like, if you look at, like, there's some Comedy Central shit that he did in, like, 95, mid-90s or something, like, or maybe late 90s, I don't know.
Pootie Tang era.
Dude, he was doing impressions. He was making jokes. It was like, it was like, I just met her.
Yeah.
And she's fucking
Oh,
me good.
oh, right,
It was like that
right.
kind of
Yeah,
comedy.
yeah.
It was like, I'm
He was
hot,
a-
I'm banging.
Yeah, he was
on
younger
all levels.
too, but
Oh,
but
older
definitely it wasn't like that later stuff.
Schmolder. Don't blame that on age.
When things got bad.
And then it
sounding.
became like, it was like she took his fucking penis, whatever small broke half-inch sushi roll was sold that was called his dick. She took that.
Yeah, but he said it was the saddest blowjob in the world and shit. He had her
course,
hand job. It was the saddest hand job in the world. That's
sucked
low.
A Tootsie Roll? Half a Tootsie Roll. That's gotta be sad.
Well, vanilla.
Are you sure you're
Vanilla
hard?
Tootsie. Or is he like Michael?
What's it, like cotton?
He's got vitiligo, but it's
Vitiligo.
It's different.
That was a
vitiligo.
Vitiligo was a
vitiligo.
It's either
Vitiligo.
a casino, Villaggio.
Don't make fun of my vitiligo.
Or it's a really old vampire.
I had a treatment for vitiligo in the Bellagio.
Count Villago.
I won't buy that in the Bellagio.
Put in the Villaggio.
And I'm gonna buy that. And I'm gonna buy that.
Taint Scopio.
And I'm gonna buy that.
You go.
And I'm gonna buy that. Wait, I have that one. Quick, give me some more. I'm gonna buy it again. I'm gonna buy that. And I'm gonna buy that. And I'm gonna buy a doctor.
Magic of milk.
Fuck.
Ah, that's what he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he bone lots of kids?
You know
he
that,
boned lots of kids.
Oh, well, I was saying he fucked off. That's for sure, dude. Fucked off the planet.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
It could be okay. Could be okay. You see, I saw this late night TV. I saw the Octomom has some kind of loan you can get. It's like
a loan.
She gave her name to some kind of sleazy
Labial
loan.
loan.
It was the Octa loan, up to $1,000. $1,000.
No. What did you get? Like
The
put my kids for
Octa loan.
collateral? What? It's like, this baby is worth $500.
You don't give her a loan.
She
you
gives you
get
a loan.
through a company that's using her name.
No, what?
You believe that, dude? Who would do that? Who would want that as their rep?
How many babies do you have? Oh, wait.
She has a lot.
8.
Oh! You think that you get a baby? You can borrow 1,000 babies from them?
No,
Is
I
that
want
what
to
it
borrow
is?
one baby for $1,000. It's a different thing.
Borrow. Does it come back soiled?
Do you know what kind of crimes you could commit with a baby?
I think football showering.
Whoa.
Is that a
Sandusky. All right.
Is that a crime?
No, you could. It's a crime. God damn. I was like thinking about how you could rob like the stock exchange with a baby.
Like Doberman gang, but baby gang.
Doberman gang. You immediately went to like gay showers and penises in gray areas.
No, Doberman gang was like after school special.
And by gray areas,
check that out. You remember after school special?
What?
Well, you remember when there was like kids programming? You come home from school and be on. I don't think that shit's on anymore, dude.
That was
it's like
Escape to Witch Mountain.
It's like you throw on the TV around that time. It's like,
dude, you get the Hardy
Boys.
It's
like who's the daddy? We got 5. That's not the shit we had. Phil Donahue. We had the original Phil Donahue. That the guy they killed him.
And then the woman says that she's a man, and
now I'm going over here.
I like cottage cheese.
Phil Donahue was the best. He was willing to go
so
there.
Good.
None of these people will go there. And Oprah, fuck you.
No, Oprah was good when she harvested my cotton.
Remember that she ripped out. They ripped off Phil Donahue and turned it into like 50 different shows, and one of them was Geraldo, and Geraldo came in late, and Geraldo was so late in on the boat that he had to team shit up. It'd be like twin, drug abusing,
Satanist,
child molester, Satanist, runaways. It had to be like all the things combined. Although there are some really good, if you check out on YouTube or something, check out anything with
Geraldo.
No, like Geraldo and Gigi Allen or something. I'm gonna guarantee there's got to be some good stuff said and
Gigi
things like
was
that.
dope on those shows.
He was good on those shows. I don't know
you
about his,
are my whore.
I don't know that he was that the talent was flowing, but on those shows,
talent.
He might have been the best guest.
Gigi wasn't
on
about
some
talent.
of those shows. Then when he did right before he died with the chick, the female host. Oh, that's a good one. You gotta check that out on YouTube.
No Titty Jones?
I can't remember. I don't think that she's local to here. She was local to somewhere else.
I don't think her name was No Titty Jones.
No, that was somebody else.
I think it was Jenny Jones. That she had a double mastectomy, and
but she's not alone. So did what's his head who does the commercials late at night now? You remember the Army dude? Black Army dude who had his pecs taken out in the Army.
Oh, Montel
dude.
Jordan Williams.
Montel Williams, dude. Remember he had his titties taken out.
Well, and then he got his nipples chopped off.
Oh, it was just his nipples?
It was just the nips.
I thought he had his pecs or something taken out.
Well, you ever seen black nipples?
Oh, no, but he was claiming it was like due to they told him he had breast cancer.
Well, and then he got a second opinion, and they were like, you don't need to have your titties removed.
Yeah, and he already had by the military.
He's like, hello, the Navy loves my nips.
That's fucked up.
Dude, you know what happened?
That's fucked up medical association.
They needed his nips for an advanced special forces operation. Only his nips could get the job done. So they took his nips, and they grew them in a weird osmosis petri dish.
Oh, they made two
of them.
And
then they
them.
made a super nip that they put on another special forces dude. And that super nip could shoot nip bullets and
hard milk.
Hard milk. All right, you know what?
Sour milk.
Hard milk. I don't think there's anything.
Is that a band name? Hard milk. That'd be pretty good.
No, it's not. It's something that it's something you don't ever want to come across in nature.
Come across. Natural. All natural and man-made.
It's a good way to go out.
We're going out right now. This is the end. This is the end.
Double goatsy all across the sky.
Beautiful friend. This is the end. Until we meet again.
So not broadcast.
The end.
I wouldn't listen to this.
Well, because it's over.